Did you know that eating a single simple food before 8 a.m. could delay the aging of your leg muscles by nearly 10 years? And no, I'm not talking about a pill, an injection, or an expensive supplement. I'm talking about a humble, everyday food you've probably seen countless times but may have overlooked. Most people, especially seniors, walk past it every morning without realizing it holds the key to strength, balance, and independence. Yet the science is undeniable. Including this one food at breakfast can help adults over 60 maintain their leg power, reduce nighttime cramps, improve circulation, and cut the risk of devastating muscle loss by as much as 72%. Think about that for a moment. Millions of seniors every year quietly lose their independence because of a condition called sarcopenia, age-related muscle wasting. Their legs grow weaker, their balance falters, and step by step, their world grows smaller. Some end up relying on canes, walkers, or even wheelchairs, not because of illness, but because their bodies were starving for the right morning nutrition. The sad part? This decline often feels invisible. There is no pain, no fever, no flashing warning light, just a slow, silent weakening. A stumble on the curb, needing both hands to rise from a chair. A restless night of cramps. And too often, people simply shrug and say, "That's just aging." But that isn't true. Aging alone doesn't make you weak. What makes you weak is neglecting the fuel your body needs every single morning to rebuild. The good news? This process is reversible. And you don't need a fancy gym membership, brutal exercise routines, or expensive powders shipped from across the world. You need to start where your day begins, your breakfast. The very first choice you make in the morning decides whether your muscles rebuild or waste away. Eat right, and your body begins healing. Eat wrong or nothing at all, and your body cannibalizes its own muscle, especially in your legs, leaving you weaker before the day even begins. Let me share with you the story of David, a 69-year-old former construction engineer. He spent decades on scaffolds, climbing stairs, walking job sites, and building with his own hands. But one morning, he noticed something different. His legs felt heavy, like stone. His first steps out of bed were stiff and uncertain. At night, painful cramps shot through his calves. One day, while stepping onto his porch, his foot caught the edge of a step and he stumbled to the ground. Though he wasn't badly hurt, the fear shook him. It wasn't the fall itself, it was the feeling that his legs no longer belonged to him. That fear drained his confidence. He avoided walks, he slowed down. His wife noticed his hesitation. He even used both hands to push himself up from the couch. Doctors told him the truth. Nothing serious, no arthritis, no diabetes, just normal age-related muscle decline. But David refused to accept that fate. He began digging into nutrition, watching health videos, reading medical articles, and finally speaking with a nutritionist. That's when he discovered something life-changing. His breakfast was silently sabotaging him. Black coffee on an empty stomach, white toast, skipping meals. These choices weren't harmless, they were directly stripping his body of strength. When he began replacing them with protein-rich foods, mineral-packed fruits, and nutrient-dense breakfasts, the change was dramatic. Within 3 weeks, he woke with lighter steps. His cramps disappeared. By 2 months, he was walking 2 kilometers every morning without hesitation. Today, he often tells his wife, "I feel like I've regained my legs." David's story is proof. It is never too late to rebuild. Whether you are 60, 70, or even 80, your body can still respond. You can still regain strength, improve balance, and live with independence. But it all begins with what you eat after sunrise. So, let us explore the foods and habits that can literally turn back the clock on your legs. First, the humble egg. Not just the whites, but the whole egg. Eggs are nature's muscle builders, packed with amino acids, vitamin D, B12, choline, and leucine, the master nutrient that triggers muscle protein synthesis. Seniors who include 2 eggs in their breakfast can see significant gains in leg strength within weeks. Even more, the B12 in the yolk protects your nerves, sharpening the communication between brain and muscle so every step is steady and confident. Imagine waking up, eating two simple boiled eggs, and noticing over time that you no longer wobble, no longer rely on the armrest, no longer fear a sudden fall. Second, the classic bowl of oats with chia seeds. This combination is a powerhouse for sustained energy and leg protection. Oats deliver beta-glucan fiber, which stabilizes blood sugar and improves nutrient absorption. Chia seeds, tiny but mighty, add omega-3 seconds, magnesium, calcium, and potassium minerals that relax tight muscles, prevent cramps, and keep your legs moving smoothly throughout the day. Seniors who start with oats and chia often report fewer night spasms, stronger endurance, and even easier stair climbing. This is not just food, it is leg fuel. Third, the banana. Often called nature's electrolyte pill, bananas provide nearly 400 milligrams of potassium, protecting your muscles from painful misfires and spasms. Harvard research confirms that seniors who eat bananas regularly are 1/3 less likely to suffer night cramps. Beyond potassium, bananas supply vitamin B6, sharpening nerve signals and enhancing balance. And when combined with oats, chia, or yogurt, they create a symphony of nutrients that your muscles desperately crave each morning. Fourth, the silky power of Greek yogurt. Triple strained, rich in protein, and loaded with leucine, calcium, and probiotics, Greek yogurt is a shield against overnight muscle loss. Seniors lose protein while they sleep, but eating Greek yogurt in the morning flips the body from a catabolic state to an anabolic one, meaning your muscles start growing instead of shrinking. Studies show seniors who start their day with yogurt gain noticeable leg strength within 6 weeks, along with fewer cramps and sharper balance. Yogurt isn't just good for digestion, it's a foundation for steady steps. Fifth, salmon and fatty fish. At least twice a week, salmon for breakfast provides omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and supercharge muscle recovery. In one major study, adults over 65 who ate fish twice weekly kept 27% more leg muscle and had a 36% lower risk of falling compared to those who didn't. Think about that. Just one meal can mean the difference between walking independently or living in fear of a fall. Salmon is not just delicious, it is nature's muscle medicine. And finally, the hidden gem most seniors overlook, steamed sweet potato sprinkled with natural mineral salt. Sweet potatoes replenish muscle glycogen after a night's fast, while Celtic sea salt provides over 80 trace minerals to restore electrolyte balance. This simple, inexpensive dish has been shown to improve balance by 41% and cut falls in half among seniors. Imagine starting your day with this gentle, mineral-rich food and feeling your legs grow lighter, stronger, more reliable week after week. But food is only half the story. Small morning habits can multiply these benefits. Start your day with a glass of warm water and a pinch of natural salt to rehydrate and restore electrolytes. Take a few deep breaths before rising, gently rotate your ankles, and perform a simple calf lift exercise to reawaken circulation. Step into the sunlight for just 5 minutes to boost vitamin D. And above all, never let your body remain in a fasting state too long after waking. A simple boiled egg, half a sweet potato, or a spoonful of yogurt can prevent hours of silent muscle breakdown. These are not workouts. They are not punishments. They are small acts of strength habits that tell your body, I am still in control. Now, let's step back and think about the bigger picture. Sarcopenia steals leg strength from millions of seniors, not because it is unstoppable, but because too many believe they are powerless. But you are not powerless. Every bite of food, every morning choice, is a vote for strength or a vote for weakness. When you choose protein, minerals, and balance, you are casting your vote for independence, for the ability to walk into your garden, hold your grandchild's hand, or take an evening stroll without fear. I want you to hear this clearly. Your best years are not behind you. They are still here, waiting for you to rise each morning with purpose. Aging does not have to mean decline. It can mean wisdom, resilience, and strength if you give your body the tools it needs. So, tomorrow morning, when you stand in your kitchen, remember this. Will your breakfast make you weaker, or will it make you stronger? The choice is already in your hands. Choose the foods that protect your legs. Choose the habits that sharpen your balance. Choose freedom over frailty. Because the moment you do, you are not just eating breakfast. You are reclaiming your independence, your mobility, and your right to live life on your own terms. And now I want to ask you a question. If you could only eat one food tomorrow morning to keep your legs strong, what would you choose? Share it in the comments, because your story may be the very spark another senior needs to hear. This is the Seniors Hub, your guide to strength, vitality, and independence after 60. Stay with us, because in the next video, we'll reveal 3 common breakfast foods that most seniors believe are healthy, but that actually accelerate muscle loss, increase cramps, and weaken your legs silently. You don't want to miss that? Until then, remember, health doesn't begin at the hospital. It begins in your kitchen, with the very first bite of the morning. Choose wisely, walk proudly, and never forget, you are stronger than you think.